find an emotional product. If you do not have a product that appeals to human emotion, you will not be successful. Hello and welcome to Search. This week we will talk about how to start an e-commerce business. So this is another question that we get a lot. Obviously at Optimum 7 we work on growing e-commerce businesses, but there are a lot of people, a lot of investors who want to get into e-commerce. So when we talk about starting an e-commerce business, again, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of detail. So what we are going to try to do today is we're going to try to step by step introduce somebody into e-commerce and the core things that you need to be doing. The first thing is the product selection. So Joe, when we are looking at all of our e-commerce clients, we have people who are selling custom scales, industrial products, pet products, t-shirt, apparel, boxes for other businesses, more B2B. If you were to start an e-commerce business, how do you go through the product selection process?
Yeah. So first things first, I need to understand, am I selling a unique product? Or am I selling a product that's already out there? Am I going to be a reseller? Because again, that's going to mean two completely different strategies. One, you're really trying to, with the unique product, you've got to grow a brand. You're trying to build a brand up that doesn't exist. However, if I'm now reselling, it's a completely different ballgame, a lot more competitive because that product is already out on the web and has been a lot longer than mine has. Again, first things first, identify, is my product unique or is it already being sold out there?
Yep. So brand is value, and it's going to be that way, and it's going to get harder and harder to be a brand. We don't think that in today's marketplace. I don't think it's hard to be a brand right now, but 5 years, 10 years down the line, it's going to become very, very difficult. So during the product selection process, if somebody came to me and said, hey, I have this opportunity and I can be a reseller for this specific brand or for this specific supplier, I would say really think long and hard about what you want to do, because you will never control that brand and you will never control the supply chain. And I say this to anybody that buys and sells somebody else's products, is they will never be the brand. And if you are not the brand, you will not be in business in the next 5-10 years, in my opinion, unless you have huge relationships with huge suppliers and your family, your father, your grandfather has had these for 50, 60, 70 years, where you kind of just like got the relationship from somebody else. It's going to be very difficult. I'll give you an example. If you actually search for how to introduce CBD products or CBD oil, we are on the first page and we get a lot of requests for this. And when people come to us, we say, well, don't resell other people's products. Source your own products. If you can, white label, other people's products and become the brand. Yeah. Why do we say that a lot?
These big box retailers like Amazon and Walmart and Jet, they're making it a lot more difficult for new players to enter the game and resell other products. One has to do with the visibility. You're just not going to get the visibility on these products because they're taking that away from you. And then in addition to that, it's the price point, right? You're going to find a much lower price point on Amazon or Walmart than you possibly could offer on your site.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that you must be the brand. You must start to generate a brand if you want long-term success when it comes to e-commerce.
Yeah. And it sounds very generic. You must be the brand. We keep saying this, right? Your own logo, your own value proposition. How are you differentiating yourself from everybody else that sells CBD oil? You have to go into a specific niche, or you have to provide an extremely high quality product, or what's your value? What are you doing better than everybody else? You need to think about this before jumping into e-commerce now, because it's incredibly competitive. The other thing I would add on top of what Joe said is find an emotional product. If you do not have a product that appeals to human emotion, you will not be successful. We see this more and more often with different types of products that are sourced out of Asia, where you have to have a product that appeals to human emotion. Now, let's say I go through the product selection phase. What's the next thing that I need to look at? And let's look at, there are probably 1,000 technical elements we can review.
Yeah.
We're gonna do top 3, Joe. What are those top 3 elements?
First is platform selection, right? What e-commerce platform are you gonna be on? 2 is you need to put together a marketing strategy, or at least have one in the works. And then 3 is identify your ideal target demographic.
Okay. In terms of the platform, which platforms would you recommend?
It depends on your product offering. It depends on how many products
I have 20 products.
Then I would start off with an out-of-the-box hosted solution, possibly BigCommerce or Shopify, and then something that's scalable as well. Those two platforms are also scalable that I can start to build up, and I don't have to worry about replatforming or migrating to another platform once I exceed a certain amount of products or sales.
Got it. And it doesn't cost that much money. It's, literally $20, $30, $40. You can have a store.
Yep.
You can have integrations. You can have your payment, and it's very straightforward to set that up. Let's talk about the ideal customer or client demographic. How do you determine? Let's say I'm selling baby clothes.
Yeah.
And I have this product that it's a very, very high quality bamboo baby product. Mm-hmm. How do you determine who you're really going to sell to, who you're going to really go after? What's the best way? We said marketing strategy and these kind of come together.
One and the same.
But how do you make the first step or take the first step to actually start deciding, okay, I got to go after these people?
Yeah, so one, you break down your product offering. You look at, the material, it's high end. Look at your price point. Now compare that price point to other competitors, right? And kind of take a look at their demographic. And you can already tell that, okay, yeah, my demographic is going to overlap or be exactly the same as this competitor. Really identify and dissect your competitors.
Yeah. Now, once you have the products and once you have the store, the fastest way to get orders is Google Shopping. Submit your feed to Google Shopping. That's the fastest way, but you have to invest in content marketing. You have to write content. Let's talk about social media. Mm-hmm. How can somebody get visibility in social media?
Oh, you can get visibility right off the bat with Facebook ads or Instagram ads. Again, you're going to have to pay to play, right?
What if I don't know how to do Facebook ads?
Hire an expert.
What if I don't have that much money?
Oh, well, then try.
Yeah, go to Upwork. Look, there are people on Upwork who say they do this for $10, $15 an hour. You can hire somebody. Again, you got to do tests and you have to get to a point where you are in the marketplace. We say that a lot. You got to be in the marketplace and people are seeing your product, engaging with your product. But if you think about it realistically, you don't really have to sell that many. If you sell like 10 baby products on a daily basis and each one is, let's say, $30, you're making $300 times 30. That, it adds up. So don't think like this is a huge wall that you need to build. Worry about the specific brick in front of you and build this brick by brick. So people always find the excuses about not getting started with something. It's very easy. Go to Upwork, hire a guy, speak to multiple people, have a business plan, very important. And if you need to watch this again, watch this search session again and go from the beginning and create your own outline. We're going to provide an outline with this search session, but you should have your own in terms of which phases of an e-commerce business you need to build out. Did we miss anything?
No, I would say, and right off the bat in the beginning, you're going to be spending money on advertising and, your margins might not be there. You might just be breaking even in the first couple months. That's okay. You're generating brand awareness. You're building up that brand. Eventually, you'll be able to have a better CPA. I would say that, be patient. It takes time. Things need to catch on. You need to, again, hone down on the proper targeting. And once you do that, you'll start to see revenue come in.
Got it. And the last thing I forgot to say, another fast way to get sales is Amazon or possibly Etsy if you're doing any kind of artistic or handmade product. However, Amazon is going to take 15 to 30%. So you have to have a product that has high margins to be able to make money on Amazon. And at the same time, remember that Amazon is incredibly competitive. So you want to build your brand and sell through your website. That's the best money that you guys will make. We'll talk to you guys next week.